was on the computer last night and I was researching a great joke to try and tell all of you here. You know, statisticians, they say that it helps calm the speaker down and it keeps the audience more in tune with my words. So I went on an intense search to find the perfect joke to try and make this speech as relaxing and enjoyable for all of you here. I came across nothing appropriate or suitable for this. So I think that I'll just share with all of you an event that occurred in my life that brought me laughter, as well as some of my classmates. The summer of my 7th grade year, I learned how to do a backflip off a dock into a lake. So when I came back from vacation and started football, I bet all my friends that I could do a backflip. And of course, they all doubted me. So in my pads and my full gear, I got on top of the bleachers and I did a backflip. Needless to say that I failed epically and landed right on my neck. No injuries occurred, but we still talk about that jump today, proving that memories do indeed last a lifetime. Now I would like to start out with a quote from the famous poet by the name of Walt Whitman. I wanted to live deep and suck the marrow out of life. This is but only one phrase that the class of 2011 can be remembered as. I haven't been here at Woodridge all my life. In fact, I came when I was in 5th grade. And as far back as I can remember, this class is all about striving for success and living lives of true leaders. My name is Bryan Peters, and I would like to share with all of you how I was turned from a child into a grown, successful man. And how I was changed from a slacker to a go-getter. As far back as my first day of kindergarten to the last day of my senior year, I have always been the class clown and the entertainment of the party. I used to heckle my teachers all the time by saying, "That's what she said" jokes. Or finding every little inappropriate thing that the teachers would say just to make them laugh. I signed up and I'm pretty sure that I won the talent show with the dance performer at Blazing Ninjas. I cut my hair into a cul-de-sac and grew a mustache, making people believe that I was 50 years old. I even had the audacity to walk into a Circle K, flirt with a 32-year-old woman, and get her number. But being the class clown only got me so far. I started to receive subpar grades, and only getting into more trouble due to my obnoxious humor. And yet the whole time, I still remember my father giving me the same speech. "Son, there's a time to get serious, there's a time to joke around. Find the line in between." Here I am now, graduating, a 3.0, and enjoying every minute of my life, with the ability to be funny, yet serious. But the road to get here was a ride that I'll never forget. January 31st, 2011. That was a night that would echo forever in my head. It started out as one of the best nights I've ever had. And then it took a 180 downward spin in the wrong direction. This night was the night of the winter formal dance here at the high school. My group of friends and I, we went out to dinner like every other person going to the dance. Except we made the bad decision to consume alcohol just to have a more fun time. That idea was a bad one. We all ended up getting caught, pulled into the office. From there, we were breathalyzed, punished, and sent home. Our punishment was only 5 days out of school suspension and 50% of our spring season. I wept like a child that night, just thinking about how stupid that choice was. And how much I would give up just to have that night back. Reality took its place, and the truth sank in. I had to deal with my consequences and my poor actions. It turns out that I missed 370 points while I was suspended. And I was unable to come back from that. And as a result, I was ineligible for my senior year of baseball. Having to deal with this has been one of the roughest times in my life. But I grabbed the bull by the horns, and I took it like a man. And since that night, here I am now, 5 months later, haven't taken another sip of alcohol since that night. I got a 3.8 GPA this quarter. I found a job. I've done community service out of pure desire. I even got a scholarship to play baseball at the University of Heidelberg next year. Being a leader in life can have its tolls, but it's how you react when they come that determines who you are. And I believe that this class of 2011 is amongst the greatest leaders to ever walk the halls of Woodridge. We have shown the light to all underclassmen, and hope and faith that the light will burn forever, that will show everyone else how to be successful. Our sports teams have dominated from freshman year on up. The boys' senior cross-country runners never lost the state championship. Last year, in football, we made the state playoffs for the first time in school history. This class has achieved some goals that half the people in the world can only dream of achieving. With great success in sports, there must be a determining factor. Could it be that Woodridge has the greatest relationships between their athletes and coaches? Or could it be that the teachers have such a fond relationship with their students? Whichever one that may be, I can tell you that during my 4 years of high school, I found myself a teacher/coach that would act more than just a teacher. And I believe him to be one of my good friends. His name is Mr. Michael James, and ironically, he's sitting next to me. Throughout my entire high school career, he has been there for me as a mentor and a guide. And it all started out my freshman year when he was my basketball coach. He was so young, like a child, I could relate to him. And once the season ended, we stayed in contact. Then my junior year, we had him for a class, and it was as if everything picked back up where we left off. We were laughing, we were having a good time, and then about halfway through the year, we decided we're going to make a little clique. So we called ourselves the Blazing Ninjas. We added another member by the name of Josh Rounds. From then on, we would coast the rest of our years. We made some fun raps, some skits. We even did a dance. We entered it in the talent show. We won. But with Mr. James, it was much more than a teacher relationship. I look at him as one of my best friends. I shared some stories with him that other teachers would frown upon. I told some of my most personal stuff that went on in my life, knowing that my secrets would be safe with him. And about a week ago, the Blazing Ninjas, we got together to make a farewell song. It was very emotional, but we all knew that goodbye would have to come sooner or later. And I believe Mr. James to be part of my family. And although I have a main family that I go home to every night to enjoy my life with, I have one more family. That was the class of 2011. It is inevitable that every marriage will have their problems. The class of 2011 was no exception. We had our bickers, and we had our fights. Some people even divorced Woodridge, and they left us to go to another school. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the ones that you see before you in the caps and gowns are the most faithful, trustworthy, successful, and courageous men and women that I've ever had the opportunity to know. And now we're at the end of our road, on the home stretch of our educational lives. We have completed high school, and we're about to embark on a new adventure in college. This will lead us down many paths, and I can only hope that you choose the right path that God has set out for you. I hope the class of 2011 remembers these words: extraordinary things only happen to extraordinary people. Thank you to all the parents and administration for supporting us, and thanks to Woodridge for giving us an education that we will use for the rest of our lives. Memories of a lifetime were built through our years together. So never forget them, class of 2011, for I will never forget you. Thank you.